All right, what are we drawing today, kiddos?
Pokémon surprise!
Yeah, we are. It's just a normal Poké Ball, but
Yeah.
what's inside? Pikachu!
Kids read and draw.
All right, kiddos, we have a new book for you today. Pokémon Adventures. Eli just got this as a gift, and he's already cranked through. There's a whole series of them, so he's already cranked through. How many have you read?
I'm done with the whole series.
He's done with the whole series. This is news to me. That's crazy. Good job, dude. He's become a really good reader. And do you guys remember graphic novels? This is a graphic novel, so kind of like a comic book, but a bigger comic book. He loves reading these because they're kind of easier to read with pictures to kind of help you out with. So what do you love most about this book? Why did you choose this one?
My favorite thing is when this guy read his Pokemon Poliwhirl right there and evolves into Poliwrath.
Yeah, that's exciting when they evolve, huh?
And so this is a special type of book called a Japanese book. And so like if you open it the way like American books go, you'll be able to like open to the end. You have to open to where an American book's ends.
Yeah, so you actually read it backwards, which is kind of fun. It's kind of tricky to read the first time, huh? We were kind of confused on which order to read it in, but you figured it out. Okay, Ellie, what is your favorite Pokemon?
Eevee.
Eevee, why?
Because she's cute.
She is really adorable. What does Eevee turn into? So many different types, huh? It's kind of hard to name them all, but they're really cool evolutions. So that's kind of cool. Eli loves the evolutions, and you do too. All right, today, kiddos, we are drawing a folding surprise. Have you heard of that before? They're really fun, so tune in. Okay, we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna start folding these. Ellie, you wanna copy us? So we're gonna fold this. Yep, we're gonna fold this like a hamburger. Have you guys heard that term before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to try to line up the corners. That's gonna make it as centered as possible. We'll use that word symmetrical again that we used in the last video. What was our last video, guys? Bluey. If you haven't seen it, go watch it after this one. It's a really good one. So folding it symmetrically, which is the same on both sides. Okay, fold it in half. Now this part's tricky.
Like a book.
It's a little book, huh? So we're gonna fold one of those halves, and we're gonna try to line up those corners right here. Okay, so Ellie got a little bit stuck, so I'm gonna try to coach her through it so you can watch one more time. We're gonna flip that over, so like this, and she's gonna fold it down this way and touch the corners with the other corners. And then she I like to push right in the middle and kind of slide out to the side. And that's what makes it nice and even. It's a nice crisp fold. So then she's gonna flip it over this way. Eli, you can do it too. So flip it over. It's kind of like folding a paper airplane or origami. So match up those corners. I like to push down in the middle and then slide out to the outside.
You just said that.
There you go. Repetition is good. So let me catch up. These guys are beating me. Oh no. So I'm going to fold my last one down after flipping it over. I'm going to match up a corner, push down in the middle, and then slide out to the outside.
That looks like a huge spring.
It's an accordion. Okay, so your paper should look like this. Okay, so everyone follow me. We're going to fold this one down like this. Okay, so if you get stuck, you can pause the video real quick, ask a parent for some help, and if you need to try again, that's okay. Just grab another sheet of paper and try again. Okay, so Ellie's stuck again. That's okay. Just ask for help like she is. There you go, just like that. Okay, so pause if you need to, and then we're gonna start drawing. Okay, these get a little bit tricky. We are actually going to use 3 bowls. So Eli and Ellie, you pause for a second. Don't do it yet. So you guys watch me as well. So this is how it needs to work. Here's how my paper's set up. Okay, so the middle part is hidden. That's gonna be the surprise. Okay, so don't draw yet. You guys watch me first. I'm gonna take a circle. That's gonna be the Poké Ball, the Pokemon ball.
So we like trace it?
Yep, one sec. Watch me first. So I'm gonna trace around the outside. If you're using a permanent marker, please don't go grab a cup or a bowl and ruin your dishes. These are washable Crayola markers. So I know the little bit of marker that gets on the edge of this bowl, I'm gonna be able to rinse off. But there is our Pokeball. Awesome, right? So try to keep, you can hold it down on top, ask someone to help hold it for you if you need to. watch where you're marking. Don't let the bowl move, and mark all the way around. If you have a happy little accident, that's okay.
I can't see.
You're okay. You can stand up if you need to. Yep. So you just need the shape, and you can kind of thicken it if you want to. But next step, turn your papers like this, so your line is kind of going up and down. And we're gonna draw a line right down the middle. So pause and watch real quick. We're gonna draw a line down the middle, but then we're gonna draw a smaller circle, a half circle, right there in the middle. Okay. And then we're gonna draw a line right down the middle again. I've got little bumps in my table. So I'm gonna draw the same thing on this edge. If this is confusing, just kind of pause and watch. So you too, and Eli and Ellie. So I'm gonna draw another little half circle to kind of finish the middle of that Poké Ball.
Wait, what?
That's kind of the button they push to release the Pokemon.
So what do you...
So I'll show you. The reason I drew two pieces like this, I drew two lines, one on the bottom half and one on the top, so it looks like the bottom and top of that Poké Ball. So if I turn it this way, that's what it should look like, with a little top circle, top half, and a bottom half circle.
I'm pretty sure there's a little small button in the middle.
Possibly. There might be a smaller little circle like this, so I'll do what Eli's talking about. Small little half circle, and another small little half circle. So a little button right in the middle. You can try to connect the lines. So whatever's on the top and the bottom, you kind of want them to connect with each other. That's what gives it the folding surprise. Okay, there's my Poké Ball. And it doesn't have to be perfect, like always. If you make a little mistake, that's okay. You can just draw it again. Watch the video one more time. It's fun. So here's what's next. The fun part with this, so everyone look at this, is gonna be opening this, and what Pokemon are we gonna draw inside, guys?
Pikachu!
So we're gonna do a little bit of a challenging one, but again, believe in yourselves, you've got this. He's gonna be charging up and shooting electricity. He's an electric Pokemon. Watch your markers, don't draw on each other. Okay, so now we can open this up. Ellie, your Pokeball looks good. Eli, your Pokeball looks good. We're gonna flatten this out just so to make it a little bit easier for us to draw. So open your Pokeball and follow along. We're gonna start with Pikachu's ears. So kind of above that halfway line. Yes, ma'am?
I draw stuff like this at school.
You do? It's pretty fun, huh? Okay, so we're gonna draw Pikachu's ear. So right above maybe that halfway line, that middle fold line, we're gonna draw kind of like a skinny, long triangle. So kind of like a bunny ear. What holiday is tomorrow, guys?
Easter!
Easter, little bunny. Okay.
I already know one of my Easter presents.
Oh no, don't tell. So we're gonna draw the top of the head. So we're gonna do a little bit of a curve up, a little bit of a curve up, and we're gonna draw another ear that kind of tilts a little bit. So another kind of bunny ear, kind of a long, skinny, pointed ear. And we'll draw it down a little bit this way.
Yeah, mine are.
And then Pikachu's head is pretty unique. It's pretty iconic though too. So we'll draw, it's kind of like a round hourglass. If you guys don't know what an hourglass, you can ask family or friends. Okay, so we're gonna start right at the bottom of that next ear. We're gonna draw out a little bit. We're gonna draw back in. That's gonna be kind of his eyebrow. We're gonna draw back out one more time, a little bit more rounded. And then kind of scoop underneath, kind of a big U shape. And then we're gonna scoop back in a little bit one more time, and then scoop back out.
Like this?
Yep, that looks good.
I think I scooped in a little too
That's
much.
okay. He's got defined cheeks. Okay, so we're gonna add a tiny little upside down triangle for his nose. So watch where I put it. It's kind of lower on his face. So we're gonna draw a tiny little upside down triangle like this. I'm gonna color it in. And usually Pikachu's kind of angry when he's doing his electricity. So do you remember eyebrows? We talked about that in our last video. Eyebrows show a lot of emotion. So we're gonna do a little tiny scoop and then kind of a diagonal angry eyebrow up that way. And then we'll do a little circle underneath there. Good. And we'll draw a tiny little circle for the reflection in his eye. That kind of makes him look alive. And I'm gonna go ahead and color that in carefully because his eye will just be black. Try not to color in that highlight. And what was the S word that we learned last video? Yep, symmetrical, symmetry. It means the same on both sides. So we're gonna try to make these symmetrical. So we're gonna do a little scoop again and an angry eyebrow up. And if I go too fast for you, you can always pause the video, but we're gonna do another circle down below. We'll do another highlight over kind of towards the right side of his eye on this one. Usually highlights are on the same side of the eye. So if highlights are on the right of one eye, they'll be on the right of the other eye too. Okay, what are we missing? It's slowly starting to look like Pikachu.
His mouth and his cheek.
His cheeks, his mouth, and we have to do these little ear pieces too. So let's do his mouth. The mouth is actually connected to the bottom of his chin. So watch this real quick. We'll kind of draw an upside down U, and he's kind of like screaming. Ah! So we'll draw a little bit of a shadow. So that's where his tongue will be, on the inside. Good. Good job. Okay, his little cheeks. That's where the electricity shoots out of. So we're going to draw little cheek circles, kind of hanging off the side of his face. Eli's cheeks are huge. Okay, we'll draw another cheek on this side.
He has little chubby cheeks.
Little chubby cheeks. And then we can't forget his ears. The tips of his ears are black, and they're kind of a diagonal line. So kind of go down a little bit from the tip and draw a diagonal line down to the right. And I'm going to go ahead and color those in too. I'll do the same thing on the top left one.
I accidentally already have my tip.
That's good. So I'm actually going to correct his ears a little bit. So the ears, his head, we'll kind of draw a line down that way. It'll make his head look like it's sticking out a little bit. Okay. So from here, let's draw his body. So we're going to start on the right side where his cheek is, and we're going to draw like his body hanging down this way, a little round shape. And then we're actually going to draw like his knee, his hip. So it's kind of starting to curve out a little bit. And we'll come over to this side, about halfway over on the Poké Ball. We'll draw another little leg sticking out this way. A big knee, sort of hip. And we'll kind of scoop up. We're not going to touch his cheek on this one, so if you want to pause and watch real quick, I'm going to scoop up, and it's going to become his arm. His arms are kind of like up like this. Rah! Okay, so they're going to scoop up and to the left, and then he's got 3 little tiny claws for his little fingers. So we're going to draw 3 little tiny pokes, and then his arm gets bigger as it goes back to his body. So kind of right where we started our ear, his arm's going to get thicker and kind of arch back to his body like that. He's going raw, but zapping. Bzz. Okay, so we'll do the same thing where we ended that hand. We'll go over kind of by the other ear, and we'll do another little hanging out arm like this. 3 little claws. Careful bumping each other. Start working under, so you're good. So middle finger and pointer finger, and then we'll kind of curve it down to where his body was kind of curling up by his cheek. Rah! Does that look good?
Okay.
Yep, that looks great, guys. Good job. Okay, what are we missing? What's the one cool detail about Pikachu?
His tail.
His tail. So this one gets a little bit tricky, so be careful. Watch this. I'm going to start actually up at the end of his tail. So his big tail is kind of thicker way out here. So I'm going to do kind of a diagonal line down. And then from that bottom, I'll kind of go diagonal the other way. Kind of maybe about halfway down his body. Maybe a little bit further. And then it's kind of like a zigzag or like an M shape. So watch this. I'm going to write kind of an M. 1, 2, and then back to his body. See that M shape? Kind of a zigzag lightning bolt. That's kind of the shape of his tail. So I'm going to go maybe up a little bit higher with his tail, thicken it a little bit more, and then I'm going to go down to his hand. I'm going to go back behind his hand, so don't go through his hand, but back behind and do another zigzag. That makes sense? So the zigzags kind of match each other. So when it goes up, one side goes up, second side goes up too. Okay, so last little detail, kind of like his cheeks and his ears, his tail has a little bit of a shaded detail like that, kind of a W shape. And I'm just going to go ahead and color that one into all black. Does that look pretty good? Okay, so good job on that. That was a tricky one. You guys did awesome. So yeah, if we went too fast, like Ellie just said, slow down. You can pause the video, catch up and draw the arms, the knees, the tail, and any other details you maybe missed. Okay, is mine a perfect Pikachu? Is that perfect?
Yes.
No, wow, it's pretty good, but it's not perfect. So even I have criticisms. Even I have things with my drawing that I may not be proud of, but we did a good job and we should be proud, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so, and guess what? Even if you're not, you can just go get another paper and do it all again. And I bet, this is what I tell my students every day, I bet if you do it all over again, you're gonna get way better the second time. So don't be afraid to try.
He's an art teacher.
Yeah, I'm an art teacher. High school art teacher. One of the best jobs on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Cool. What's one thing we didn't add to this drawing?
The electric.
The actual lightning, yep. So that's actually going to happen during the coloring. I thought that might be easier to do during that part of it. So watch closely during the sped up part of the coloring and you can kind of see how we do it. You can pause it on certain sections. But it's just going to be a bunch of zigzags going out crazy, probably yellows or oranges, whatever color you want to. You can be fun with it. Okay, we're going to dive in and start coloring. Have fun. Pause the video if you need to. Let's go. Okay guys, you ready to show them your drawing?
Yeah.
Let's do a surprise. Don't show them yet. Let's reveal. It's just a normal Poké Ball, but what's inside? Pikachu! Whoa, how did you guys turn out? Is that pretty awesome? Let's do it again. I want to look at it this time. I haven't even seen it. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Pikachu looks angry. He's gonna get him. Okay. So, hopefully you guys had fun making these folding surprises. Pokemon Pop Out, I think Ellie called it. That's pretty fun. So, if you got stuck along the way, hopefully you kind of paused and caught up. We added the lightning bolts coming out of Pikachu's cheeks. And then we even added kind of like a bigger cloud of red just to kind of color in the background a little bit more. So, red Pokeball. Next one we do, if we do another Pokemon video, we could do like a Great Ball or a Master Ball. That'd be kind of fun too. So you could have fun doing it that way. You can make different Pokeballs. Yes?
In the story, there's a Master Ball. This dude uses it to catch Mewtwo.
Spoiler alert. Yes, ma'am. What's up?
Boom.
Oh, show them your surprise too. What did you do? What did you add to Pikachu?
Since it's pink in the background, I added eyelashes for a girl.
Eyelashes. What was your favorite part of your drawing?
I like his bright red cheeks.
Yeah, bright red cheeks. I like the eyebrows on my guy. He's pretty cool. Okay, Eli, why would you recommend this book to other kiddos?
It's cool, it's funny, and they have a lot of adventures.
Pokemon Adventures. So if you guys are fans of Pokemon, or even if you're not, it's a really good book. And again, graphic novels make it really fun to learn how to read. So if you're still kind of learning, it's a great way to kind of pick up new words. The pictures help understand a lot. So would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, one more time. If you took time to draw and color, we would love to see them. So be bold, be brave. Ask your parent to share this with us on Instagram, and we would love to celebrate with you by showing it off to the world. Okay, if you haven't subscribed yet, go hit that subscribe button so you don't miss other videos like this and our awesome book recommendations. Okay, sign us off, Eli.
Thanks for reading and joining with us. Bye, kids.
Bye, kids.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bloopers!
Get out of here. Okay, today we are folding. Oh no.
I like making music.
3, 2,
My
1.
mind just went blank. What was it again?
Okay, take it away, Eli.
Lion.
Line. Okay, now I forgot my line. Line. 3, 2, 1.
Thanks.
Wait, I gotta cue it up to you. Just be that ready when I send it your way.
Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Subscribe!